Buying a home is a huge step in the lives of many, especially when it's your first home and when you also require a mortgage. Moreover, in a buzzing city like Dubai, where 90% of its residents are expats, laws are rapidly changing and the market is very fast-paced. You have to do some thorough research to avoid pitfalls and educate yourself towards getting a good value deal. And most importantly, a lucrative investment for your future. Whether you are buying your first home or you are an experienced investor, you must know the best platforms to get ahead of the game. And of course, the best mortgage providers. Which is why in this video, I will cover exactly that and let you know my personal thoughts on the most customer-friendly and efficient mortgage providers in Dubai. My name's Alex, I'm a property investor and a tech entrepreneur. I've been living in Dubai for the past 2 years, but I've been in the region for a few more extra years, so I know the game, I know the market, and I've personally invested in a couple of properties via mortgages, and that's why I want to share my very own insights. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. The first mortgage provider that I want to cover in today's list is Huspy, an innovative startup in PropTech space that has been around for a couple of years now, offers a super user-friendly interface and a very well explained process. When you first get on the website, first you can see the affordability calculator, which shows you how much you can borrow. It's not the most accurate in the market, however, it's pretty good. And one cool thing is that you also see the options for non-resident as well, and they're based on a 25% down payment. Here you can select your residency status, either you're a UAE resident, national, or non-resident. The down payment will vary and also the rates as well. So then you can select your employment type, your monthly income, and if you have any monthly debt, which includes credit card debt. And why I said this is not the best or the most accurate in the game is because the rate that they are using here to estimate the eligibility is a pretty high rate of 7.3%, and you can actually get better deals on the market. However, it's still pretty good. You can see the upfront costs, the down payment and the fees, and what's your maximum eligibility financing and the monthly payment. Huspy covers quite a few things, from your first own single mortgage to home buyout and equity release, which is really interesting in this market because not many providers actually give you equity. If you want to refinance your home and you want to get some equity out of it, or the value just increased, you did a new valuation and you just want to get some equity and continue paying for that mortgage, not all the banks offer this. Huspy also works with commercial investment, which is pretty interesting as well. If you want to buy a property for commercial use, such as an office space or anything similar to that for your business, the mortgage options are tailor-made, so you can actually have a dedicated support team and the process overall seems very seamless. Also, if you're just starting out your search, Huspy offers the free consultation with one of the experts, and that could be tremendously helpful for you when you just start, as you will understand how this application process works, what is required from you, and what kind of costs you may incur. Overall, Huspy is a quite interesting option on the market, is a new up-and-coming and innovative PropTech startup, so you may expect new features and new cool additions to the platform, which is why I highly recommend to access it and just check it out yourself. The second provider that I want to talk in this video is called Prypco, and it's actually pretty new on the market. It has been introduced by Amira Sajwani, which is the daughter of the founder of Damak. Hussein Sajwani, and Damak is one of the leading property developers in Dubai, and it has been on the market for over 20 years. So they have created this new proposition where you can basically get online and see what it's required from the mortgage process and basically have all the cost breakdown and understand it in a much user-friendlier way, and it's more effective. That's namely because they have a cool thing which is showing the upfront costs for everything that you will incur during this mortgage application process, and you know exactly what you are paying. They also have a mortgage calculator, which is pretty cool, as you also can tick whether you have a mortgage or you don't, and in case you already have a mortgage, then the second and the next investments via the mortgage will only have to be at 40% down payment, which is a rule by the Dubai Land Department. And then you can choose your mortgage length for the interest that they are offering, whether that's a period fixed interest rate or a variable rate, and see exactly the breakdown for the required payments upfront. This obviously will include the land department fee or the DLD, the trustee fee, and everything that's associated with helping you get this mortgage, the registration fee, the bank processing fee, and the valuation fee. They also offer a saving of 2,000 dirhams, as they don't charge the Prypco fee, as they call it. However, there are a couple of fees that I personally think that you can get them down if you speak to the bank directly. And still, it's a good option to look at Prypco and understand at least what you are looking or what you should be prepared to pay for. You can also check my other video of how to get the mortgage in Dubai, where I made a full guide step by step to this process, explaining everything in details, and then you will understand what I mean by saving on a couple of fees, because there are different life hacks, if you may call it this way, where you can actually save some fees and even take them out of this process, as there are a couple of ways when you can actually negotiate for a waiver. Prypco also has a mortgage hub where you can find just good information, articles, and insights on the mortgage process in Dubai, and that's really helpful if you're just starting out and you want to understand all the steps in written format. Although Prypco is a pretty new startup in the marketplace, it is backed by one of the biggest and leading developers in the space, which is why I believe many new features and cool options will be added on the platform, so you should definitely check it out for yourself and see whether you like it or not. You can also tell me in the comments below, because I'm also super curious and interested to know if any one of you actually used it. Now, for the last provider that I want to cover in this video is called Mortgage Finder, which is one of the subset products of the very well-known Property Finder, a big website for property in Dubai and the UAE. It's actually the largest marketplace and search portal for renting, buying, selling, anything property related. Comparing with the first two providers, this is actually not really a provider, it's more of an advisory service that is offered by Mortgage Finder that is customized per your request, and they will help you with the application process and everything that you would have done by yourself. I personally used Mortgage Finder to calculate the mortgage financials, so they have actually a pretty accurate mortgage calculator and also an affordability calculator. Mortgage Finder acts on your behalf and protects your interests throughout the home buying journey, which is pretty difficult in the UAE. So the process is actually pretty simple, but still you have to understand the main parts, and you will start with an initial consultation where they will get an understanding of your goals and budget. They will then search the market and help you with a recommendation that is based on your requests. And then you will start the process by having the agreement and application pre-approval, and then getting the actual mortgage processing, final offer letter, and property transfer before welcoming you to the new home. Similarly to Huspy, Mortgage Finder will also help you with the equity release if you have an existing mortgage or property and you want to use the value or the equity towards something else and you want it to be released under the percentage that they can offer. And they will also help you with commercial finance if you're looking to buy property or any kind of space for your business. Again, for me, Mortgage Finder is mainly for using the calculator, which is very good and quite accurate because they have the actual interest rate, so the rate that the mortgage is requiring plus the 3 months EBOR. This is how it works in the UAE, but again, you can rewatch my video where I talk about this in detail. Yet before I close off this video, I also want to touch on another provider, which is actually more of a database for the mortgage rates and providers and banks that are lending the best mortgages, and that is Yalla Compare. This should be one of your best friends when you are just starting your search because you will have all the mortgage rates and offers currently available in the market. You will have all the UAE banks that are participating in the mortgage offerings. You will also see what are the minimum salary requirements, and you will also be able to do a benchmark comparison by just selecting a couple of the offers and comparing them in a separate screen. When you're scrolling through the website, you will see all the features that are in place for these offers, whether they have any kind of insurances, and you will also be able to filter by a couple of things such as the banks that are offering them. You will also have the access for a very small version of a personal loan calculator, and of course you will see the features per each of these offerings and you will be able to open them and apply for them directly. Look at Yalla Compare as a sky scanner or kayak for mortgage offers in the market and try to analyze them and see maybe there are a couple that you didn't consider, maybe there are some banks that you might approach directly and it's going to be easier for you. In my case, I actually used a mortgage from Mashrek, which is actually the topic for my next video, so I want to talk exactly in details how I applied through them and what was the process like, because I actually found it super easy and super efficient. So stay tuned because I'm gonna tell you more about that in the next video. But until then, if you liked this video and you found the information useful, please share your comments below. Don't forget to thumbs up if you actually like the video. This will help a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And see you in the next one.